What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Bandicoot Gaming, and we're back at Alolan Diglett. So, today we're gonna have a little bit of an issue. So, I got like another. It was basically I collected eggs for 2 picnics again. So I should have about 5 boxes. The problem is that I also had a couple boxes of Charmander eggs that were sitting up here. Just because I hadn't gotten around to hatch. Well, I had hatched them previously, and then I think for some reason I like reset my save. But it was after I had collected them, so I knew none of them were shiny. And when I was collecting my Diglett eggs, I still had my box set to like down here or something. So I had to I was confused, and I saw there were eggs up here, and I just forgot that those were Charmander eggs. And so I just kind of mixed them all together. So I'm going to have to wait until stuff actually hatches to actually count it today. But yeah, there should be about 5 boxes of Diglett and about 2 boxes of Charmander. So it's going to be a little bit screwy today. Oh, I probably should have actually grabbed eggs there. So let's just get into it. So yeah, this will be a little bit longer than the last Diglett stream, but that, again, it's going to be basically the same number, just less, or not less, it's going to have more eggs hatched, but it's going to be the same number of Digletts, or close to, because I'm an idiot. The worst part is I know none of the Charmanders are going to be shiny, so like it's not even like, oh hey, maybe we'll get a shiny Charmander. No, it's just wasted time. But yeah, I had those collected because I was working on stuff for that breeding comparison video, comparing Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet. And I did get a little bit more work done on that last night. Not as much as I wanted to, but I also work later on Fridays and Saturdays than I do my other days. But I got a little bit done. Actually, I guess I didn't realize when I was doing that hatching with a level 2 egg power, just the hatching part, is actually a little bit faster than just hatching eggs in Sword and Shield. When I had first done the recording for it, actually recording me hatching the eggs so that way I could go back and measure it. I guess I just rounded it at being about 16 minutes for each, so it's like, oh yeah, they're about the same for hatching. And then, you know, obviously level 3 is going to be a little bit better. But actually, using a level 2 sandwich is actually, for a box of eggs, it saves you a little bit under a minute in terms of time. Which is, I mean, hey, it's not nothing. Especially over a long hunt. I think I did the math, and it does save you, if you're going up 2 odds, so if you hatch 510 eggs, which is conveniently 17 boxes of eggs, it'll save you about 15 minutes as opposed to doing the same in Sword and Shield. Oh, whoops, I probably shouldn't have counted that yet. I'm pretty confident this entire box is going to be Digletts. Yeah. Yeah, some of the later ones are going to get a little bit screwy because since I was accidentally putting eggs into boxes that already had other Pokemon, so it wasn't like a full box of eggs, and it was a mess. But yeah, so the actual hatching part is slightly faster in this game, but the collecting eggs is slower, just straight up. You have to use a level 3 sandwich to even break even with a Sword and Shield, I think, if I remember correctly. And the level 2 sandwich is so much slower that overall If you compare collecting and hatching to collecting and hatching in Sword and Shield, it's and that's doing them separately, by the way, in Sword and Shield, not combining them like you can actually do, where you just ride in front of the daycare center for however long you want, and you can hatch eggs as you're also collecting them, which you can't do in this game because either you're collecting eggs in a picnic or you're running around hatching them. There is no way to combine those two into one step. Yeah, anyways, basically level 2 overall ends up being slower because collecting eggs is just so much slower. Collecting 510 eggs and then hatching them is just way slower. Maybe I shouldn't say way slower. It's like 7.5 hours in Sword and Shield, and it's 8 hours in this game, which again isn't nothing. And then if you use level 3 sandwiches, it's actually just under 7 hours. So basically, level 2 takes half an hour longer for an average shiny hunt, and level 3 takes half an hour less for a average shiny hunt. But you really should not be using level 3 egg power sandwich, at least for hatching. If you have some extra, you can use it for collecting, like I was doing with, whatchamacallit. Why can't I think of the name of it now? It's the other Alolan one that I just did. Alolan Grimer. There we go. Jeez. But yeah, if you want to do that and reset, that's fine. But if you use a level 3 for the hatching, that means you're going to end up using at least 2 Herba Mystica for every shiny instead of just 1. So, yeah, don't do that. And you can't use any Herba Mystica either. You have at least... There is a sandwich that you can make that only requires 1 Herba Mystica, and it has to be a sweet Herba Mystica. And there's other sandwiches that use multiple, but one of them still has to be sweet, so you might as well just use the one. Again, like I was doing with Grimer. I think it was the 3 banana, 2 chorizo, and a sweet Herba Mystica. But yeah, still working on that. Eventually it'll come out. Even though I've been saying that for 2 months, but, you know. Eventually. And hopefully eventually we also get this Diglett. It is kind of interesting to figure out, though, that it is a little bit faster for the hatching part in this. Just because, like, one of my plans, actually, with this Diglett is after I get this shiny one, I was thinking of just getting the other one in Sword and just doing that maybe offline. Or, you know, not on stream anyways. Because then I can use my switch up to just automate the collecting. I could use a switch up to automate. Again, I'm kind of jumping the gun on counting that. Whoops. Yeah, I could use a switch up to like do all of the collecting and hatching, but But yeah, just use the switch up, collect a bunch of eggs, and then like maybe leave it running while I go to work or something. Even though I don't think I will do that. Oh, did I not count one? I must not have. Whoops. Yeah, I don't really want to leave it running while I go to work because it's gonna collect way too many. It'll probably end up just completely filling my boxes in Sword. I forget how many boxes you get. It's like 30 something. But I don't know, we'll see. Because the other thing is that, like, okay, well, if it's faster to hatch in this game, I can mostly just automate the collecting in this game anyways. I just have to check on it every 30 minutes. Or even if I don't completely automate, I mean, I can just sit here like I've been doing with these Digletts, right? Do this exact same thing. So, I don't know. We'll see. For sure, though, my plan is, even if I do, like, offline hunts, I want to try and get always, when it makes sense to, always try and get at least one of every species as a shiny on stream. Or every evolution line on stream, I should say. But actually, speaking of that, so there definitely won't be a stream tomorrow because it's going to be another Pokemon Go Community Day, which is, I believe it's for Froakie, which I definitely want to get. I for sure want to get at least one, right? Because Greninja has a fantastic shiny. But yeah, that's one where it's like, well, yeah, I could just get two from that and try to hatch one on stream at some point. But like, when the community days go well, it's like it's just so much easier than normal shiny hunting, so why would I put myself through that? Especially when there's, you know, over 1,000 Pokemon. Most of them can be gotten shiny. I would think at least 950 shiny huntable Pokemon, right? Some of those being through Dynamax adventures, some, you know, some of them can only be encounters, like the Paradox Pokemon, but even accounting for stuff that is just completely shiny locked, I'm pretty sure it's at least 950. Definitely at least 900. I don't think there's 110 shiny locked Pokemon. Even including stuff that, like, you know, Pokemon that aren't currently available in any way on the Switch, so like Furfrou and some of the Gen 5 Pokemon, the elemental monkeys from Gen 5. Which definitely helps the rumor that there will be a Gen 5 remake this generation. But we'll see. My concern is that Furfrou is basically just gonna be an exclusively Pokemon Go Pokemon from now on. At least until we get like a Gen 6 remake, which God knows when that'll happen. Maybe sometime this decade. So yeah, that concerns me. Because I think Furfrou is the only one that isn't in any of the information that's been data mined already. And isn't a Gen 5 Pokemon. Every other Pokemon is either more or less confirmed for DLC through data mines. We don't know which DLC necessarily, but we know it's coming. Or has been available in some sort of Switch title. There's just a handful of Gen 5 Pokemon. Again, like the some of the starters, not Samurott, but the other two, Tepig and Snivy. And then the elemental monkeys, I think Patrat. But Furfrou's the only one that isn't a Gen 5 Pokemon. And being that it now has a... I don't know if it's a... I would call it a unique mechanic, because it was in Gen 6. The changing the hairstyles on it. But in Pokemon Go, it's permanent. Whereas in Gen 6, it was... it only lasted for a week. And if you transferred it to Pokemon Bank, then it would lose the hairstyle. So, seeing as how they've basically now made it a unique Pokemon for Pokemon Go, I'm worried it's going to be the same thing as it is with Meltan and Melmetal, where they're effectively Pokemon Go exclusive. I really hope not. But if it is, then okay, I guess it's just shiny locked. Until they do like a community day or something. I also just don't like that the forms are effectively region locked. It's not too bad for some stuff, like there's the ones where it's like one is region locked to the Americas, one is region locked to Europe and Africa, I assume. Or at least I know it's North America and Europe, and then Asia are like the three. And like, okay, those aren't too bad to trade for because there's a ton of them available. And then there's the Japan exclusive one, which is like, okay, but there's a big Pokemon audience in Japan, so it's not as bad. I can trade for it. And then there's the French one, which, you know, might be possible. And then there's the Egyptian one, and that's not happening anytime soon. I get why they kind of region locked it to Egypt, because they came up with the hairstyles in Gen 6 and they had nothing to do with regions. And then they just assigned them to certain areas when they released to Pokemon Go. And one of the hairstyles was the Pharaoh form, so like, okay, I get it, but also, what the fuck, guys? Basically, you just have to be lucky enough to know someone that lives in Egypt. But see, even the problem is because that game, well, I'm trying to think. You could, I guess, trade for it in Pokemon Home, I guess. But that's still like, you still basically have to know someone who lives in Egypt, or you just have to spoof your location on your phone. I just do it that way, which I'm going to be honest is probably what I'll do at some point. I think after I pay my freaking $15 for Diancie because I'm an idiot and I'm desperate to just have like a fully legit living dex. I do basically have a living dex. It's Diancie is the only one that I've had, only one remaining that I've genned. Because my way of looking at it was, if it's a mythic Pokemon that I've just never been able to access, then I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, that doesn't count towards living dex, so I just have a genned one there as a placeholder. But yeah, I had someone trade me one, or trade me a Deoxys in BDSP. Which also got me my Majarna, which I guess could also be a questionably legit one, just because you get a special variant of Majarna if you finish your living dex in Pokemon Home, where it has the actual like Pokeball colors instead of just being all white and silver. So I never actually got a legit Majarna of the original form. I just had a gen one in there, and then when I got that Deoxys finally, that activated getting the reward Majarna, which is now the one that lives in the living text. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, is it legit though? Like, yeah, it was distributed by the game, or by the software. So like, it is 100% a real one, but also like I can understand why some people might be like, but did you really get it legit? But I'm really not worried about that. Because again, other than that, there's not been a, oops, I've missed a couple this time. There hasn't been a legit Majarna distribution in any of the Switch titles yet, so, Actually, I don't think there's been one in Pokemon Go either. The only reason why I'm doing the why I'm even considering paying for the DNC is just because it's like, well, I guess technically I've had access to a legit one now. It's just like the very last one. Like, if I still had like 4 or 5 left, hell no, I would not be paying for that. But, yeah, I don't know. Just get it out of the way, I guess. Just give in to Niantic's insanely greedy bullshit. It used to be really nice, like when there was like Hoopa, for instance, when they had the Hoopa event in Pokemon Go a couple of years ago, and it was just like, yeah, here you go, you get the Hoopa. You don't have to go pay for a special fucking ticket to get this fucking Pokemon. They just give it to you. And then you have to do gameplay to actually, like, get the Unbound form, which I actually never got. Because I was so happy to just get Hoopa that I was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it was even a... Maybe it was... Yeah, I think they had it locked into Pokemon Go until Unbound form was released. So that way people wouldn't complain about, oh, I transferred my Hoopa out, but now I can't get Unbound form? What the fuck? It's like, right, well, yeah, no shit. But I guess they just didn't want to deal with that. I do understand that. Yeah, they used to just give out mythics and legendaries, and now they put them behind a paywall. Because fuck you, pay us, I guess. Apparently they don't make enough money off of their remote raid passes that they jacked up the price on, and all the other just, like, slimy shit that they do. But yeah, that's why I was kinda thinking for a while that I was like, eh, maybe I'll just, like, after I get this DNC, I'll just I guess I do still need to get another Furfrou. I have one I've been using as my partner so I can get more candies for it. But I do need to get a second one here at some point. So that way, because I'm still missing the France and the... Oh, that was the last one, wasn't it? I'm still missing the France and the Egyptian forms for Furfrou. Yeah, just get the DNC and then location spoof so that way I can get those two. But since community days have been going a little bit better, they were really not going well for me for a couple months in a row there, and I just stopped doing them. But they've been okay recently. So we'll see. As long as those are still going well and they don't make any more changes to that, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll make it a thing that community days are a paid ticket requirement. Because they sell like a $1 thing for it. Which is just like some limited research things that get you extra encounters. So like, why the hell would you ever buy those? There's literally no point. But yeah, it would not surprise me at all if, like, starting next year, they start making it that you have to buy into the community day to get any encounters. If they ever do that, I will do whatever I need to get the remaining things I want, like, again, the Furfrous, and then uninstall that shit and never look back. Even if they undo the decision after that from Backlash, I'm not going to give a shit. I will be permanently done. I already only tolerate Niantic because none of their decisions... Well, actually, I should take it back. I'm about to have to pay for DNC. But... Come on, me. Click on the right shit. But yeah, none of their, like, decisions have really affected me because, like, okay, the remote raid passes are more expensive now. Alright, well, I wasn't buying those anyway, so I don't really care. And the Yancey kind of pisses me off, but, like, this is the only time I'm gonna have to do that. So, like, eh. It sucks, but realistically, I spent $120 already on this generation. I'm probably gonna spend another $60 on DLC. $15 ain't gonna really hurt me. Oh, which, speaking of that too, so yeah, I mentioned tomorrow, probably no stream. Maybe no stream on Tuesday as well, because I'm actually going to be working an extra shift at work, because we have some extra stuff going on. So I'm, usually I don't work Tuesdays. I could do, like, what I normally do, which is stream before work, like I'm doing today. But being that I'm going to be working 6 days, I might just not do that. We'll see. Just potentially no stream. Unlike, I guess, to be fair, I'm not consistent about my Tuesday streams anyways. But at least in theory, I can get up whenever on a Tuesday, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, I will try and stream Monday. Since we're doing this today, Monday will probably be, not even probably, it basically will be, Gimme Ghoul. Maybe, actually. I'll see. I might be messaging a friend and see if we can, like, if we can do some games together or something. That, not on stream, mind you. That would be offline. If I don't stream Monday, I will stream Tuesday. I say, even though I'm really inconsistent about streaming anyways. I've been doing a lot better this week. I've been finally, like, able to just push myself to actually get the fuck out of bed, even when I'm tired. Yeah, I would like to kind of get back into roughly 5 times a week. We'll see what happens with that. So yeah, I don't know. Like, if I'm actually getting up on time, there's not much reason why I can't stream pretty much every day. Yeah, there's really not much reason, because it's not like I stream for a very long time. But also, I don't want it to stream every day. That'll get draining very fast, and I'm gonna, like, I will absolutely burn out again. But we'll see what happens. I do still have some other games I want to play, other Pokemon games. I'm kind of just, like, committing to just doing Pokemon at this point. I think when Satisfactory 1.0 comes out, I'll probably go in hard on that for a little while. But then other than that, I think it'll just be Pokemon. But there is still stuff like, you know, the trading card game for Game Boy, as well as the Pokemon Stadium 2 just came out to NSO. I still need to do Pokemon Stadium 1. I think Pokemon Puzzle League is on there as well. And then I think that's it for NSO Pokemon right now. But I do also want to do a stream of Pokemon Quest, because I actually did kind of enjoy that game. As well as, God, what's the other one? Oh, Cafe Remix. Also do that one. I didn't count the last one, I don't think. Cafe Remix, or Cafe, I don't know why they, like, remade the game when it was only a couple years old. There must have been something really not good about, like, the original code that they just had to, basically re-release it. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I enjoyed Cafe. It was alright, but it wasn't anything special. It felt like it got old pretty quick. It's just a puzzle game. I could do Unite. I'm not going to do Pokemon Unite, though. I have a negative interest in ever playing another MOBA for the rest of my life. Even if I were to, like, do it for a stream and just, like, I think there's probably a, not a single player, but, like, just a bot mode that you can just play against all bots. I don't care. I'm still not doing it. I played League of Legends for pretty much exclusively League of Legends for like a year, and never again. It's just, there's no such thing as a MOBA that isn't toxic. Just in general, any online multiplayer really does tend to get toxic pretty fast. But MOBAs especially. I know maybe Unite might be better just because it's Pokemon, but like, problem is, I will be part of the toxic. Because I get very competitive with that stuff. That's why I don't really do much multiplayer games anymore, because I'm just like, maybe less toxic, I guess, to be fair, and more like, I just get very frustrated, and it's just not fun. Like, I play video games as my get away from, you know, having to work and all that shit. You know, I get to just, like, relax and chill. Not fucking be pissed off all night because just, you know, bad luck or getting into lobbies with fucking really good players that just stomp on you and shit. It's just, I just don't like it anymore, man. Like, even looking back at stuff like the original Modern Warfare 2, which was kind of like my first online game at all. Other than, like, RuneScape, but that had been a long time in the past for me. But, yeah, like, even looking back at it, like, I had a ton of fun with my friends, but also, man, was there a lot of, like, just being pissed off. It's just like, it's not, like, why do that, you know? Obviously, if you enjoy them still and whatnot, go for it. I just kind of had my moments like, do I really actually like this? Or would I rather just fucking play literally anything else? And it's just like, yeah. So yeah, definitely will not be checking out Unite ever. Also, the new Pokemon Snap, even if I get around to like going and buying stuff like the, I do probably want to buy Detective Pikachu and play that at release. And I do want to also go back to the Mystery Dungeon remaster, remake, whatever it was. I want to try that out. But like, the new Snap, I don't care. I'm not going to play it. Oh, wait, Grimer? Why do I still have Grimer? Were there still? Okay, it was Grimer eggs that left over? I thought it was Charmander eggs. Okay. So probably this entire box will be Grimer. I guess it doesn't really matter what the eggs are, but like, okay. Who knows, maybe I'll knock out that second Grimer hunt right now. I would have sworn it was Charmander, though, because I thought the reason why I hadn't hatched them yet was because they, I'm like struggling to find my words, I don't know why. Because I had already hatched them previously and then accidentally reset, so I knew none of them were shiny. What is that? 3? But I guess maybe these were just left over from my Grimer hunt. The ones that I didn't hatch, because like I got the shiny, and then I think I still had to like go to work after that. So it's like, yeah, whatever. We'll finish this box and then wrap up. Alright, well, hey, this is better than Charmander, I guess, because there's a chance that these could be shiny, and it will be a shiny that I need. Yeah, I think this entire box will be Grimer in that case. Because there was one full box and then a partial box of them. But we'll see, because it might be possible that this was actually the partial box, because I might have moved it first. Be really cool if we could get 2 shinies today. Maybe get my second Grimer and get a Diglett. Or imagine if I got 2 Diglets. That would be sick. That'd be 6, assuming Community Day goes well tomorrow. I feel like I always say that weird, community. It's just like, I feel like I'm trying to say it fast, and so I end up just like mumbling or something. Anyways. But yeah, if that goes well, and if I manage to get the Grimer and 2 Diglets today, that would be 6 shinies in 2 days. That would be insane. For a game not titled Legends Arceus anyways. What is that? Oh, that's 2. I thought I had hatched a couple more already in this set. Whatever. One second. Just need to check text messages if it's what I think it is. Okay, well, my friend, I think he's just giving me, like, a free, Elite Trainer box of the new Obsidian Flames. Wait. No, yeah, it is Obsidian Flames that just launched. So, yeah, the new trading card set for Pokemon. I just, like, saw that I had a text message saying, hey, I have a box and codes for you, and it didn't... It only showed that, like, most recent message. I was like, that means what I think it means. That's awesome. I can't believe you didn't buy me a whole ass booster box. I don't actually care. It's free Pokemon cards. I'll take it. Maybe on Monday, what I can do then, especially since I will have a little bit of extra money, because next week I'm going to be working an extra shift anyways, maybe we can do a Pokemon card stream. Because I need to see if I can find... I bought recently the Crown Zenith shiny Zamazenta box that comes with like, I forget, it was like 9, 10, or 11 packs in it, and then also you get like the shiny Zamazenta promo card, and there's actually a little figure thing that came with it, which I thought was pretty cool. And unfortunately, they didn't have the Zacian one when I went back there later. So that time I went, I bought the Koraidon and Miraidon tins, which also had like 8 cards or something, or 8 packs in each of them. If I wasn't a stupid, impatient idiot, I would have just waited and opened all those packs on stream, but I was being impatient. But yeah, if I can find that that Zacian set and or the Zacian box at Target, which I have to go do a Target run anyway, so I might as well go look. Then maybe we'll do that on Monday instead of Gimme Ghoul. God knows I will come up with any excuse I can to not have to do Gimme Ghoul. Even if it means I have to go spend $60 to $100 on Pokemon cards just to not have to do it. But yeah, I was not expecting that at all. I do really need to, like, finish organizing my, my Pokemon shelf. Or shelves, I guess I should say. Because it takes up a lot of space. But yeah, because I bought a bunch of lighting stuff. So I could do that. So I could, you know, have lighting for it, and I can organize it a little bit. But then the problem is, I realized, oh right, I have to like clean off those shelves. And I'm incredibly lazy, so that wasn't gonna happen. But part of that is I need to actually like display some of my rare stuff that I have. Like out of those cards that I had bought, actually, I got a, I got an alternate art, whoops. That was dumb. I feel like I do that at least once per stream, not actually like take my, take another set of eggs out. But yeah, I had an alternate art Masquerada, which is actually decently powerful, and I had an alternate art, Chan Pao, which, one, it looked thick as fuck. I really like that card. And that card's worth like 50 bucks. I was like, oh shit. I do want to maybe one day try and get some cards graded, but I don't know, man. It's just, it's kind of expensive. I mean, like, even at the cheapest option, it's like $15 a card. And it takes like 2 months to get them back. That's a lot of that's just because since people have like, ever since COVID, people have just been batshit about getting cards graded. Which is good for PSA, right? It's good they're raking in the dough, because as long as they're being honest, like, I'd rather them be doing well and be able to grade cards than like, oh hey guys, we're like, we can't do this anymore because we don't make any money. But yeah, I have stuff like that, and then there's a couple other rare cards. I have a full art Acerola from a long time ago. I forget which generation that was, or which set that was. But that was a thing where, like, just years and years ago, just on a whim, I bought a booster box of Pokemon. And that was one of the things I got out of it. But yeah, like, I don't care about selling my Pokemon cards. Like, the Chan Pao being worth $50, the monetary value doesn't mean anything to me. because I'm not going to sell that. But it is a reasonably good measure of how rare and valuable the card is. Or I guess just how rare the card is. So, like, you know, it is really cool to be like, hey, I pulled this card out of a pack that was worth $50 by itself. And just have that, like, on a shelf. And getting it graded, like, you know. That's the other thing. It's like, I'm not going to sell these, so spending more money on them to get them graded is kind of hard to justify, but also, like, if it, you know, say it does actually come back a 10, then I'm going to, you know, that's like, yo, you know, that's sick. Again, I'm not going to sell it, but, like, that's just a really cool thing to have to me as someone who, like, occasionally likes getting packs of Pokemon cards. But yeah, like, I have a whole, like, stack of cards in top loaders sitting on my desk right now because I just can't be bothered to actually put them on their display stands. Because that's the thing, like, when I was buying stuff for these shelves, I bought the little plastic display stands for them, and then I took them down because I think I was going through and I was, like, making sure that everything that I put in top loaders was actually worth anything. Because, like, some of the cards, I had originally just pulled, like, all of the GX cards that I had gotten from those Alola cards that I mentioned that I got the Acerola from. But then I went through it and realized, oh, hey, these actually aren't that valuable. Like, I don't... Other than a couple of those, none of them are really worth more than, like, $1. So, I should probably put... I have, like, a binder of cards, because I do actually kind of want to get a living dex of Pokemon cards. So just, like, one of every species. Because I think that would be kind of cool to have. So I need to put some of those GX cards back into that binder. This is actually part of why I bought the Koraidon and the Miraidon tins, was, like, it's just a very easy way to get those cards, and I think... I'm trying to think. I don't know if they have any alternate or full arts for those two yet. I'm sure they will eventually, but then, you know, if I get one of those, then it's like, okay, cool. Put that in top loader and not worry about it. Alright, I assume this is still going to be Grimer. Yeah. Okay, so this was the full box of Grimer, I think. And then we might have, I think that, yeah, and then the next box might be kind of screwy. So yeah, I kind of screwed it up a little bit when I was doing this. This is probably a good reason why I should always just... Before even, like, starting to collect eggs for a new hunt, I should just finish hatching the previous hunt, even if it's not on stream. Because that way I don't have to do this again, where I spend a third of my stream that's supposed to be for Alolan Diglett hatching Alolan Grimer instead. But oh well. I mean, a shiny hunt is a shiny hunt. Okay, hello, phone. Can you open this message, please? Good. Oh my god. Phone, hello? Okay, I think my phone is actually, like, locking up. What the fuck, dude? Fuck off. Fuck off, all you stupid shit. Sorry, I'm getting pissed off my old-ass shitty phone. Okay, it's just him, just my friend who bought the box for me is, like, showing off the stuff that he got. We'll see. We'll see what I get. I might get nothing out of it. It's definitely not enough cards for a stream by itself. That's why I want to get a few more at least. Honestly, I'll probably just be stupid and buy whatever they have at Target. Even if it's not that Zacian box that I want. I might have to just buy that separately, honestly. Or, not separately, but buy it on TCG Player or something. But that will not be fast enough for me wanting to do that stream on Monday, so we're not going to do that. Or, it won't be part of that stream anyways. Probably. I think maybe if I, like, bought them right now on TCG Player, and then paid for the fastest shipping, it would probably get here by Monday. But, like, I'm good. I'm not that desperate for cards. Again, I can just go to Target, or I know there's at least a couple of card shops near me. And I'm not going to be too picky about that. And that, oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe Target won't have much, because I know there was the issue where they were, a lot of those stores like Target and Walmart just stopped selling Pokemon cards, and most trading cards, actually, because people are just being fucking lunatics about it. The people that were, like, putting trackers on delivery trucks so that way they could pull up to Target right after. Okay, apparently I do have Charmander eggs. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, guys. I don't know. Okay. So I was right. I did have Charmander eggs. I just also wasn't right because it isn't. That makes me wonder how many Diglett eggs I actually... Oh, you know what? I'm thinking now, how many picnics of Diglett did I do? I actually don't remember now. I might have only actually done one, and then that's when I realized that my boxes were messed up, and then saw that I had, like, enough eggs, and I was like, oh yeah, screw it, that'll be fine. Who knows? We'll find out. We'll just hatch all the eggs I have today. And, yeah, we'll be fine. And then I will never again sit on eggs. So unfortunately, yeah, none of these Charmander will be shiny, for sure. I know that much. Because, yeah, like I had said way earlier, these Charmanders have actually already been hatched once. And then, for some reason, I remember why I reset. That's right, because I was doing testing of the level 3 egg power. How long it takes to hatch, like, a box of them. Or a box of eggs with that. But I wasn't going to waste an Herba Mystica for a test. Because, you know, my logic was like, if there's a shiny, we can just rehatch it anyways. But then there wasn't a shiny, which I was resetting anyway, so I reset, and then I went, oh, right, now I have to hatch all of those again, and I don't care. Because there's no shiny in it. Okay. So I just put off hatching it. Sorry about burping into the mic, by the way. So yeah, today's kind of a mixed bag, I guess. We'll see, I'm really not sure what I have now in terms of eggs. I thought I should have, like, another, at least 2 boxes of Diglett, but we will just have to find out. Hey, it's a surprise for me too, at least, right? Minus the fact that Charmander can't be shiny, which still sucks. But yeah, so tentatively, I'll say, oh god, I have to clear off my desk if I want to do a card stream. Maybe not. I might be able to get away with just doing it like right directly in front of me. We'll see. I'll have to spend some time tomorrow night probably, which part of me working an extra shift this week is I do get off probably maybe 30 minutes earlier, 30 minutes to an hour earlier tomorrow, which will be nice. So I might be able to spend some time just clean off my desk real quick. And since I did buy that other webcam to partially to try and use it as like my main webcam, because it's actually 60 FPS. Like my current webcam is like a really cheap Logitech. God damn it, I did it again. It's a really cheap Logitech webcam that I bought almost a decade ago. I think you can get them now for like 30 bucks. But I mean, it works fine, right? It just needs to handle not even really facial capture. It just needs to handle some head movement because all of the mouth movement is handled by the lip sync. Since my microphone actually blocks my mouth from the view of the camera. Yeah, it works perfectly fine, but I was like, it's only, I think it's 1280 by 1024 by default, or something like that. But I always run it in just like 720p widescreen. Or whatever 16 by 9 is called. 720p resolution with the... Do I run it? Anyways, the point is, I don't even use it to its full capabilities, and it's only 30 FPS, which most webcams are, I think, but... Anyways, I wanted to try and get something that was 60 FPS, just so that way, you know, that I figured that would probably help the VTube software. And then, yeah, I got that new one. It was just like a cheap one on Amazon. It was like 30 or 40 bucks. 1080p, 60 FPS. Awesome. Actually has like a light on the front of it, so that way you can illuminate your face a little bit, which is in theory helpful. I don't know if it's bright enough to actually be helpful. But, you know, in theory it should help a little bit, right? But the problem is, it has a very wide angle for the what it's capturing, I guess. The angle of the lens or whatever. I'm really not too familiar with, like, camera stuff. But basically the difference is that whereas the Logitech one is pretty much focused, like, on my face. Not focused, that's the wrong term. But it's, like, pretty much my head is the only thing that's in the capture frame. Whereas the new one, the Amazon one, is way wider capture. And so since my head's only a small part of it, I noticed that the VTube software did not like that. Part of that's because my lighting is not great, and part of that is you know, having the microphone in front of my face, and then also it just like being so zoomed out is probably the best way to put it, but I know that's also not correct. But it's just like not as good for just like looking at your head, right? And so the my model in the software was like super jittery, like it was like vibrating almost, like if you give a squirrel too much caffeine, right? I don't know why that's... Anyways, the point is, it was like super jittery, and then... So there was a way to deal with that, right? You turn up the movement smoothing. The problem is, anytime that I would move them, it would lag behind by like a good half sec... Or, not even half, it would be like way behind. Like, I would turn my head like this, and now it would finish moving. Like, it was bad. And so I kind of went, okay, well, I guess I won't use that. I suppose my Logitech works just fine still, so we'll just stick to that. I mean, again, the actual capture quality doesn't matter, right? It just needs to be good enough to capture the head movement. So yeah, but I can use that second webcam as a, for like doing card openings, or when I finally eventually get around to opening up that Lego Porsche. Or not just opening, but building that Lego Porsche. I do really want to do that. Maybe this can kind of be the trial run. Hopefully this Monday for getting that stuff set up. And then maybe if we have time afterwards, I can reluctantly... I completely slaughtered that word, but don't worry about it. But I can force myself to do some more Gimme Ghoul encounters. Do I have any advice for new shiny hunters? First of all, welcome to the stream, Puppet. I appreciate you watching. Get the shiny charm, especially with Pokemon Home being supporting these games now. Definitely get the shiny charm. That's going to do a huge thing for you. Also, either through mystery trades in this, or you can try and do trades in Pokemon Home on the mobile version. Definitely get yourself a... it doesn't have to be a Japanese Ditto, but get yourself a Ditto that's in a different language than whatever your the language you have your game set for, which will give you advantage. That will give you a massive boost as well, because it activates something that's referred to as Masuda method, which is where if the two parent Pokemon that you're breeding are in separate languages. So if one's in, Japanese and the other's in English, right? Like I use a Japanese Ditto. That massively boosts the your shiny odds. More so than the shiny charm, actually. So definitely that. And I mean, other than that, just be patient, honestly. Try to start with stuff that you really want to get shiny. Either, you're like your favorite Pokemon or shinies that you think look really cool. Stuff like, for instance, tomorrow, the community day in Pokemon Go is Froakie, and Greninja has an incredible shiny because it's basically just pitch black. But yeah, I would definitely say start with the stuff that you really want to get first, and you kind of move on from there, because it is definitely time consuming. Even like the fastest methods. Like, say, if you have Pokemon Legends Arceus, that game is insanely good for getting shinies. Because you can encounter a crap ton of shinies, and also the odds are very good. Once you, complete your Pokedex and beat the game, it's, really good odds. Especially in, outbreaks and stuff. But yeah, just kind of be patient. Figure out the methods that you want to do as well. Like in this game, you can also do encounters with the sandwiches, and for some Pokemon, that can be a very good way to get them shiny. I personally just kind of prefer breeding overall, but... Okay, I guess we do still have more Grimer eggs. Cool. This is such a mixed bag of eggs today. But I mean, yeah, it's there's really not a whole lot to shiny hunting. It's mostly just doing a lot of it because, even at, we'll say, for eggs, right, your best odds you're going to have are 1 in 500, or 1 in 512 specifically. Let me go get another sandwich here. That's another thing. Also make sure you're using sandwiches in Scarlet and Violet. The shiny or the sparkling power or whatever does not help eggs at all, but egg power does help you collect eggs faster and hatch eggs faster. I would definitely recommend don't use Herba Mystica for Egg Power 3 because it's just really not worth it. The only way that it's worth it is if you use an Egg Power 3 for collecting eggs, and then what banks? Oh, power your egg. But yeah, if you use Egg Power 3 to collect eggs, and then use Egg Power 2 to hatch them, that way if you do get a shiny, you're only using one Herba Mystica, and if you don't get a shiny, or one Herba Mystica depending on what sandwich you make, but the best sandwich you only need one for. Anyways. But yeah, if you don't get the shiny, then you can just reset and you get your Herba Mystica back. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not really a whole lot to shiny hunting. The one Pokemon that I've had trouble getting is Goodra. Interesting. I'm trying to remember, I don't think Goodra is a version exclusive, right? I've definitely seen, plenty of Goomy and Sliggoo around in the world. I forget where exactly they spawn. And then I don't know if Goodra itself spawns any in the world. And I believe it has to be raining. Let me double check that. Oh, another big tip for shiny hunting is get used to using Cerebi a lot. Or you can use Bulbapedia as well. They're both pretty good resources. Main, but you have to evolve it in the rain. Yeah. I thought it was in the rain. But yeah, it's I don't know, I feel like rain happens a lot in this game, but unfortunately there's no way to force it to happen. So yeah, that is kind of a pain, unfortunately. I'd forgotten about that. I've had Goodra for so long just because of it was in Sword and Shield, and then also in Legends Arceus. In Legends Arceus, if you have access to Legends Arceus, it's a lot easier. Because you can just keep resting at the campsite until it starts raining, basically. It would have been really nice if that was in this game. Kind of not sure why they didn't do that, too. I don't, and I've been trying to evolve for 2 months. Oof. Yeah, I mean, you can always try, like, mystery trades in the game. You'll probably get a lot of hacked garbage, but also you might just get lucky and get someone who sends you a Goodra because they had an extra or something. And, again, Pokemon Home, you can actually use the GTS in that to, like, specifically search for Goodra and then see if anyone has one that they're offering for something that you actually have. But you can try just, like, leaving the game running. Oh, hey, wait a second. That was actually Diglett. Hold on. It's been like half an hour since I've actually had to count any of those. But yeah, I would just, like, maybe hang out around this city, Medali, and just leave the game running for however long it takes, because it will rain eventually. Now, like I said earlier, in my experience, it rains too often. But I just say that because it doesn't really affect anything for me, and it's just kind of annoying because it's just raining. Which is not great for compression of the video quality, so. Yeah, good luck with that. That's definitely a pain in the ass on that one. Most of my trades, I got the special event Pokemon, so I've been breeding, giving them away to others who don't have them. That's good. That's awesome of you to do. I've not been great about doing that with like the raid Pokemon, really. But going into Christmas this year, even though I ended up kind of missing it by a couple of weeks because I got lazy, I bred a bunch of like the trade evolution and version exclusive Pokemon and traded out boxes of those during like the Christmas season, just to kind of try and help out people who maybe just got the game for Christmas. It also helps that I have Scarlet, which was the much less purchased of the two, from what I could tell. Because I had basically no trouble trying to get the Violet exclusives, but when I did play through Violet, and this was before Pokemon Home had been updated, I actually had a little bit of trouble trying to get the Scarlet exclusives. You also got Scarlet to help others, and your brother got Violet. Ah, that's definitely the way to do it. Yeah, I bought both copies of the games because I have a problem, and I cannot control myself from doing so, pretty much. Well, I honestly wasn't going to. But then the Paradox Pokemon aren't breedable, and I really wanted to shiny hunt those, including the Violet exclusive ones, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I will just have to... I guess they're all version exclusive for the Paradox Pokemon. Anyways, point is, I was like, okay, well, I guess if I need to get it to shiny hunt, then I will. And it was kind of good to have... Well, I guess you don't need 2 copies to do this. You can make another profile on your Switch. But it is nice that I can just keep the Gimmighoul raid data on my Violet save. And then I don't have to worry about not being able to shiny hunt Gimmighoul anymore. If, like, if another event raid comes out, which has already happened. That was nice. We had another full box of Diglett now. Oh, wait. No, sorry. That was not a full box yet. I completely got confused there. Okay. Maybe that's a sign I should wrap up pretty soon for the day. After I finish this box, I'm going to see how many more eggs I still have left. Because since this looks like it's going to be a full box of Diglett, that'll let me end on a nice round number. I think it'll be 210. Because I do need to get ready for work eventually here. I don't have to actually be there for like another hour and a half, but I like to go in early anyways because it's more money to not really do any more work. Nope, I did count that one. Damn it. Only have one shiny on accident, and you'll have him evolved into... Ooh, King Gambit. King Gambit's a pretty decent one. It's like all the red turns blue, right? It's kind of like a Pawniard and Bisharp. Yes, nice. Yeah, this game has been very good for just like stumbling onto accidental shinies. I've gotten quite a few. Even just in my playthroughs, I think both Scarlet and Violet, in each of them, I got 2 random shinies in each. Because I got a Wiglet and a Glimmet in a Scarlet. And then Violet, I got a Roly-Coly and a Iron Bundle. So the Paradox Delibird. But I mean, even since then, I've gotten so many random shinies. Got an Altaria, I've gotten like 2 Mareeps. I know a Hoppip at some point, a Psyduck. Like, there's been a bunch. So honestly, that's a pretty good shiny hunting tip for Scarlet and Violet. Anyways, is just play the game a lot. You will eventually stumble onto shinies. It does really suck, though, that unlike in Legends Arceus, when the shiny spawned, it would have a sparkling effect around it, and then also it would play a sound effect. So even if you were just anywhere near it, as soon as it would spawn in, you would hear that effect go off, and you'd just be like, okay, stop everything, where's the shiny? In this game, there is no indication that it's shiny other than that the colors are different. Which for some Pokemon, like Mareep or Psyduck, is fine. That works perfectly fine because they're very obvious shinies. Other stuff, like, say, Tandemaus or Charcadet, are absolute nightmares because you can't actually really tell. Charcadet, literally only its eyes change, and Tandemaus is even worse because the shirts on the mice change to a slightly different shade of a color. Been grinding too much because you have 2.7 mil. Yeah, I'm at like 1.7, I think. And I've also spent quite a bit of that on building up a few Pokemon for raids and stuff. Did I count this one or no? I did count it, okay. I've been pretty decent with the counter the last few shiny hunts, but having this one where, like, I can't just, like, assume that it'll be oh, wait, no, did I? I didn't count that last one, did I? God, I cannot count today. But yeah, since I knew I had, like, a bunch of different eggs mixed in together, I've been not wanting to count the egg, like, as soon as it starts hatching. Because I wanted to make sure that was actually Diglett. How many more boxes do I have here? 2 more. Pretty sure at least one of those? I mean, that was my 2 boxes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna wrap up after this box here, and I'll probably just hatch the rest of those eggs on off stream, like tonight or something. Just so that way I can just, if there is more Grimer and Charmander, I can get them out of the way. If there's more Diglett, whatever, if I happen to get a shiny, it's fine. Because I still need to get another shiny Diglett anyways, so I can just keep on doing this hunt. I think I'll just start counting these, and if it's not Diglett, then I'll just take one off the counter. Use GU with the money amulet and the move Dark Pulse in the school battle. Yeah, I know there's some way to more or less just like do that without having to pay any attention. I remember that was one of the methods people recommended for money grinding. I've never really had to grind for money, to be honest. There were a couple of times early on where like I would build up a Pokemon and afterwards money would be kind of tight. But at this point, at least for me, I've not had to worry about it too much. Because I pretty much only use money for making Pokemon for raids anyways. And that's at most like every other week. Just because of how the events are. But like we're not going to get another major raid event until I think it is September 1st is when the Mewtwo raids start. Which, if you haven't already gotten your Mew that they're giving away, you should probably do that. I think it still goes on for a while, but you definitely want to get that thing because it's gonna get some crazy boosts if you use it against the Mewtwo. Like all of its stats just double during that raid. Plus, it's a Mew. Like those are always good to have around. You don't have the Mew? Go into, where is it? Poke Portal. If you go to Poke Portal, Jesus. Yeah, if you go down to Mystery Gift in here, and then go to get with code /password, and then enter in the code. I believe it's get your Mew. You should be able to just Google like Scarlet and Violet Mew code or something. It'll pop it up. Or it's probably like on the Pokemon Twitter, or I know it's on Cerebi too. They have it listed somewhere. But yeah, it should be get your Mew. But it uses a 0 instead of an O. But yeah, if you enter that code, you get a free Mew, basically. It has a random Terra type, and its first move changes based on that Terra type. So like mine was fighting type, and I got a Aura. It was some fighting type move. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that. I mean, again, it's a free Mew, which is always good, and specifically, it's going to be hopefully really good against Mewtwo. And even besides Mewtwo, like it has a really good move pool because it can learn basically any TM. Or at least it used to. I want to say I heard they like removed a bunch of moves from it. Which is kind of dumb. Mew's like the one Pokemon that should be able to learn anything. And it's not like it's going to be legal for tournaments or anything. So you don't need to worry about balancing it. Alright, I think this is the last one for the night, or for the day. It's not even close to night yet. Alright, well, no shiny Diglett today, but we also didn't hatch all that many. Because again, I had... Oh, didn't want to go into that one. Come on, come on, come on. God, I hate how long it takes to get out of that screen. Yeah, so I'll hatch those last couple of boxes off stream because I'm pretty sure some of them are Charmander or Grimer. I know some of them are Diglett too, but I think it should be... Maybe those are all Diglett. I don't know. Whatever. I'll hatch them off stream. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up there. No stream tomorrow. Again, Pokemon Community Day, so I'm going to just do that off stream. I don't really have a way to stream that anyways, other than like just putting a webcam facing at my phone, and I'm not doing that. And then Monday, sure, Jeff. That's one of the weirder comments I've had in my chat, I'll be honest. Anyways, but yeah, Monday, maybe we'll do some Pokemon card opening. We'll see if I can get some more cards besides the one that my buddy is giving to me. Yeah, we'll just have to see. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Puppet. I appreciate that. And if I have time after that, or if I don't end up doing that at all, we'll do Gimme Ghoul, unfortunately. Maybe one day I'll get that thing. Maybe. And then, yeah, we'll see where raids. We'll see where streams go from there, because like I said, next week I am working 6 days. So I should be able to stream before I go to work on those days, but I'm probably going to be very tired next week, so I'll probably miss a couple of streams. But, you know, whenever I do after that, after Monday, it'll be more of this, and then if we get this, we'll move to something else. Otherwise, you know, we'll figure it out from there. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do definitely appreciate it. For you guys that are on Twitch right now, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PanicosGaming. There's an underscore there in between the Panicos and the gaming. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all my VODs go up there. I do also do some shorts for when I do get shinies. But if you don't like watching shorts, those are very easy to block and you don't ever have to see them again. But yeah, basically, whenever I get a shiny, I do a highlight of getting it as a short. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much just my VODs. So all my like playthroughs in old Pokemon games, previous shiny hunts, all that fun stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/PanicosGaming, again with an underscore. As you can see here, it's pretty much just shiny hunting, at least for right now, until the DLC comes out. But yeah, I try and stream. The goal is 5 times a week. Doesn't usually end up happening that way, but I do stream a few times a week, usually for a couple hours midday. Just, you know, do some shiny hunting and have some fun with it. So, yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I do definitely appreciate that, and I'll see you guys next time.